Hi, I'm Duncan, Technical Trainer at Enphase. Now the system dashboard is located inside the Enphase Installer Portal and it gives you detailed data for any site that your company has installed. I'd like to show you how to navigate through the tabs and options within the Installer Portal, and this data will help you identify normal system operation and also assist you with site monitoring and troubleshooting. So go ahead, log on to the Enphase website and open your installer dashboard and select a site. Click on the system dashboard to the upper right of the screen. This is the system dashboard view, and here are the tabs highlighted that I will walk you through. This is a summary page for the entire system showing the operation of each of the devices. Note that if you need to adjust any settings for a system, you will need to log into your Enphase Installer app on your smartphone to make these changes. The summary tab is broken down into multiple sections so it's easy to find what you're looking for. This system has the battery storage mode set to self-consumption. The site uses the storage to minimise the purchase of electricity from the grid. The IQ batteries will be available for backup as required. The aggregate storage of all the batteries on the site show the batteries are fully charged with 100% stored energy. Now this number will continually change according to the battery usage. There is 10% reserve in the battery. If the system owner wants to increase the percentage reserve of the batteries for backup, they can do this via the system owner's Enphase app, as this example here shows. Backup type. Whole home or partial home backup is displayed here. And the -100 storage set point is showing the IQ batteries will charge at 100% of their full power rating. When StormGuard is enabled, the StormGuard monitors severe weather condition alerts issued by the Weather Bureau. If a warning is issued for a location, the full battery capacity is reserved to only be used during the potential grid outage. This will reset automatically when the severe weather notice has expired. Storage system power limiting are settings only activated if the Distribution Network Service Provider, or DNSP, requests an adjustment to the power levels in the Enphase energy system. IQ Gateway section shows serial number and current status of the connection to internet. This example is showing that we have a normal operation of the system. If internet connection is lost, status will change to display Gateway Not Reporting. Just below is a grid profile or grid protection setting. This is selected at the time of commissioning via the installer app. This timestamp shows the IQ Gateway has an internet connection and it has just reported data to the installer portal. This is software version currently running on the IQ Gateway. If an IQ Gateway has lost internet connection for an extended time, the gateway will need to backfill all of the data that has been stored in it locally during the loss of internet connection. This is connected to internet via Ethernet LAN cable. Systems can be connected locally via one of two methods, Wi-Fi and/or Ethernet. There is also cellular modem factory fitted onto the IQ system controller for internet backup. The cell modem will automatically connect if the local internet connections are temporarily unavailable. If the serial number on the IQ system controller is clicked, you're taken back to the system page in the installer portal, and this shows information about the present status, operation mode, and also auxiliary contacts if these have been installed and programmed for external load control. Looking over the IQ battery data, I can see the site has 2 IQ batteries. Each serial number is displayed and I can view the current operation status. Taking a closer look at the LED status, specific data is showing what the LEDs are indicating for each IQ battery on site. Here each battery is good, and by clicking the blue eye, a quick menu explaining the meaning of the LED status is displayed. Clicking the battery serial number will again take me across to the system view, and I can now see each microinverter inside this battery. These report data continuously, so it's a great way to see the performance of each device within the system. Back to the system dashboard, here are the meters listed. Now these are located inside an IQ system controller. These measure the site's consumption loads as well as battery charging and discharging, and also the solar production on the site. Clicking on the serial number will in this case take me to the consumption CT information. I can see that the site is configured for load with solar, otherwise known as net metering. This is the final section displaying the data of the microinverters installed under each of the solar panels. The top line is showing me the aggregate PLC signal strength for all of the microinverters. This should show at least 3 bars or more for any system installation. Selecting on the microinverter serial number takes me back to the system, where I can now see data for each of the devices. This table is very helpful to analyse the operation of every microinverter under each of the solar panels. From the left of the table it shows part number and firmware version for every device. Further along we can see the connection phase, latest power and kilowatt hours, lifetime energy produced. You can also see the SKU code showing the version of microinverter installed, along with the assembly part number. And lastly we see the timestamp for the last report and its current status. I will now move through each tab at the top of this screen. Here is live data, and this screen displays live real-time information. System and device operation and grid status are also visible here on this page. This is actually my preferred page to open because it has helpful information for a quick overview on how the site is performing. Scroll down to see battery microinverter status and power readings. Going to Devices tab, you now get even more detail about each and every device. I'll highlight here the communications for devices. For this list of microinverters, I can see that these are operating normally, and here is the power line communication signal strength between each microinverter and the IQ system controller. This reading should always be 3 to 5 bars. If it is showing low, then the installation should be checked to ensure that there are no signal interference from external devices on site. Further down is the communications between IQ batteries to the IQ system controller. This is a hardwired communications cable, so expect to see the signal to be strong. If signal is low, then one potential issue could be that the physical wiring is incorrect in the communications cable between each of the devices. The Event Logs tab indicate current or resolved notifications for system events at site. Adjust the date range just here for viewing event history. The event logs indicate the device type impacted, the date the impact began, the end date of the event name, and more information just here. The following tabs also display similar notification information. There are standing alarms and homeowner events where you can see the settings which have been adjusted by the system owner. You can also see commissioning logs, as well as system diagnostics. PLC noise detection. It is useful to identify if external devices on site are impacting the level of power line communications, or PLC, between each microinverter and the IQ gateway. Using the Enphase system dashboard will enable you to make informed decisions about the performance and operation of installations, and it gives you the tools to monitor and troubleshoot your Enphase sites.